Hello students, my name is Lubna Sheikh and I would like to welcome you to one of the most important years of your academic journey, which is class 9. You will be learning maths with me, which I'm sure most of you are very scared of, but let's not be scared and get started. And make sure that by the end of every class we've learned something new and that your concepts are clear, right? Now 9th is very important and most of your friends must have told you that it's tougher than the 10th standard. Yes, of course I would agree. Even when I was a kid I used to find 9th very difficult. But trust me, once you've cleared your 9th and your concepts are clear, 10th will be just as smooth as butter. Why? Because 9th lays the foundation for all your classes in the 9th standard and thereafter. Okay, so we will get started with number system. Okay, so let's get started with the first chapter of your maths class of standard 9, which is number system. So what exactly is a number system? It is a system to represent numbers. Let me write that for you. It is a system to express numbers. So the word system here is very important. Let me give you an example of other systems. We have, for example, a digestive system. Right? In our digestive system, there are various rules that have been laid for the food that we eat to get digested and the waste to be excreted out of our bodies, right? Similarly, if you relate this to numbers, and your number system is going to have rules that will define the various numbers that exist in mathematics, right? Now, the simplest example for defining the rules, we have something called the number line. Right? Are you familiar with your number line? It is nothing but a straight line with a center, 0, and rays extending in both the directions, one towards the right hand side and one towards the left hand side. Right? Now what do rays mean? Rays mean that they will extend indefinitely in both the directions. Just imagine an arrow which is just shooted in the air. It will keep going indefinitely until it reaches its target, right? So that is why we have arrows. We have 0 at the center, which is a break point to differentiate the different kind of numbers, right? So numbers on the right hand side are going to be positive and the numbers on the left hand side are going to be negative. So plus means positive and minus means negative. So let's see, I have positive numbers. I'm taking equal units on my number line. So positive numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and so on. Since I have cut equal units on the number line, that is why I'm adding 1 after every number. So 0 plus 1 gives me 1, 1 plus 1 gives me 2, 2 plus 1 gives me 3 and so on. Similarly, I have negative numbers here. Minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4. But you must have come across numbers that are in the form of numerator upon denominator. What is this representation called? Numerator upon denominator. It is called a fraction. So where do these numbers go on the number line? Yes, they will be present on the number line. For example, I have minus 1 upon 3 here. Similarly, for the positive side, I have 1 upon 4, 1 upon 2 and you can keep adding numbers here as fractions, right, between the numbers that do not have a denominator. Okay? So now, we need, since we are talking about number system, we need something to define these numbers, right? So now a broad category, which is the superset of all the numbers, is known as real numbers. You can call real number as the father of all the numbers, okay? So real numbers is further categorized into two sections. Before I proceed with drawing this and explaining you, I would expect you to draw this diagram simultaneously in your notebook or anywhere which the material that you will be referring towards the end moment of your exams, because even if you've forgotten your concepts, you can just refer to this diagram and it will become very easy for you to get your concepts clear. Okay, so just draw this quickly. Now, as I said, real numbers is further categorized into two sections, which is known as rational numbers and irrational numbers. Right? So, rational numbers and irrational numbers. We will take a look at each of these terms, okay, after we've drawn the diagram. Now, rational numbers is further divided into integers, whole numbers, natural numbers. So, you thought that numbers is going to be something very vast. Yes, it is vast, but it can be just clubbed into a tiny little diagram like this. Irrational numbers are not further divided. So, we will take a look at each of these in our next class. Thank you.
Hope this video increased your knowledge. For more such videos and a completely free educational content, log on to www.epathshala.org or visit our ePathshala YouTube channel. We have each and every question solved for maths, physics, chemistry and biology. So subscribe our channel, share with your friends, like our Facebook page and follow our Twitter handle for regular updates and important educational tips, and also win ePathshala goodies. So what are you waiting for? Subscribe this channel and enjoy the freedom of education.